United Uncle here. Hopefully Fendua. Today we're going to talk about the tactics. Why I believe and why most of you believe that Manchester United is easy to play against. The reasons why it's not difficult to play against our team. The reasons why small teams, they seem to have more position. They seem to overrun our team. Just give me a bit of a time. I know, before you think of scrolling, deleting this video, passing this video, just take a bit of a time and see if I'm not making sense and see if I'm not talking sense. You're allowed to comment, positive, negative, as long as it's not insult. What you think I've left out or where you think that I'm exaggerating. Just give me a bit of your time. And don't forget to subscribe. Firstly, Manchester United is very slow. Very slow. We play pedestrian-like football. People like Martinez. People like Luke Shaw. I don't know about Diogo Dalot, but those are the chief culprits of playing a slow game. Those are the chief culprits. Martinez, slow passing, sideways. Slow passing, sideways. Same as Luke Shaw, sideways or backwards. Diogo Dalot, the same. Sometimes I even seen Ahmad, the darling of the crowd. Most of the time, if you check him, I want you to check Manchester United when they play their matches. Check Ahmad. Most of the time, he does a back pass. Look at Dogo. It's a back pass. They first think of the safe pass, to pass it backwards. There's great coaches. If you talk of South Africa, we've got Benny McCarthy, Pitso Msomani. There's a lot. Those are the coaches which just came into my mind. They will tell you that the modern day football, we lack those pacey wingers, those skillful wingers, those wingers who have got one thing at heart. We just know the likes of Lamine, Olise, Bayern. Who else? Who else is out there? Now we've seen Dogu of Man City. We cannot say there's a lot of those type of wingers who like to attack the space, to take on the men. Way back in Zimbabwe, the player called Peter Ndlovu, you know him. No need of back pass. So this is one example where I can give you why Manchester United is easy to play against. The slow passing, backward passing, and also another chief culprit, Diogo Dalot. I won't forgive him. Diogo Dalot, whether we're in the left, we're in the right. Whether he's playing left back, he's playing right back. He's the one who wants to take the throw in, the long throw in. And he's not even strong enough to reach the target. You find out that we're in a promising position and the ball is put out. Instead of the nearest person, even if it's Sesko, Huna or Mbeumo, the nearest person should just pick up the ball and throw. You know, a throw-in doesn't have an offside. Look at Arsenal play. Look at Man City, especially Arsenal. They're very clever when it comes to throw-in. The nearest person should just throw the ball. Don't wait for tomorrow. What we're looking for Diogo Dalot. By there, the opposition, they're going back to their positions. So it's actually easy. One, you're slow, and when you're doing your throw-ins, you're slow. Set pieces, you have to wait for Bruno Fernandes. It's just slow, and it affects the team. It reduces our chances of winning the game. Then when it comes to pressing, we've got what we call lazy pressing. When you see our strikers, our attackers, Sesko in particular, even if there's Zeski, I've put some lineups This is not like the best lineup or whatever, but I just, if you see with my diagram here, I just put a possible 11. Any possible, just a random 11. You see, there's what we call lazy pressing. Lazy pressing is when the opposition, they start from the back, from the goalkeeper, the defenders, this and that. Instead of our players to say, let's go and press them, unsettle the defenders. Don't make the opposition team play the ball. Unsettle them. But what we do is just lazy, half pressing. Do you want to go? Do you want to come back? Do you want to go or do you want to come back? It's just a half decent approach. This is what the legend Roy Keane said. Most of these players, they are stealing a wage. They are stealing a living because you are in the ground, but you are not doing what you are supposed to be doing. So the moment the first line do what's called lazy pressing, those defenders, they will know how to play out. The moment you just want to press, there's an opening behind you. So it's easy to cut through you. The second one is, if you listen to Mourinho, he was on TV, in one of these when he was doing his punditry jobs, there was Carragher. I can't remember the other host. He gave an example of squeeze. Look at my diagram. Yeah. You can see that it's open. The midfield is open. The defenders are afraid to make a high press. So when our attacking players, whether they are 3, they are 4, when our attacking players think that let's press, you're supposed to defend as a block. All of you need to press high so that you don't leave spaces in between. But what does Manchester usually do? They leave an open space in the middle. That's why if you listen to that Mourinho clip when he was giving an example of Rafa Benitez, he was telling Jamie Carragher that, you remember Rafa Benitez used to say, squeeze. It's either you defend as a block, whether it's high press or it's low press or defensive, whatever you want to say it. But you don't need to leave a space in between. Because when you leave a space in between, like what you are seeing on the diagram, it means when those defenders do their passing around, and you remember they've got a keeper automatically becomes the extra man. So maybe you press with 3 attackers or 4 attackers. Them, they've got 4 defenders plus the goalkeeper. It means they are 5. So automatically there's 1 extra player there. So it's easy to just pass in between. And already you are subtracted. You are going, they're attacking you. That's why it's actually easy for any team to play against Manchester. I'm not a qualified coach, but I can see how teams like Aston Villa, Arsenal, Man City, what makes them so special is not a lot. It's just doing what we are not doing. So I don't know what the coaches will be saying. I don't know what Ruben Amorim was saying, what they were training the boys. Is it that our players are just not good enough? Please drop a comment. What do you think about that? These are the reasons why I think Manchester United are easy to play against. Now, my suggestion, what we want to see Carrick do. Like what I said, you squeeze the team. Look at the diagram. Squeeze, do high press. All of you, high line. You remember what Tottenham used to do. Especially if you are playing with small teams, silly teams, which you think that they are not good enough. Press them high. Even the big teams like Man City. If you want to win against Man City, don't sit back. Press them. Attack them. Don't let them pass around. One uncle of mine used to ask me, you always say Manchester United need defensive players. How many defensive midfielders play in the Man City team? And that's a genuine question. How many defensive midfielders play in the Man City team? It's either one at any given time. What does Man City do? They know how to press you. They take the ball as quick as possible. They recover it from front. They squeeze you up front. And most teams, they sit back. They sit back and they let Man City play. So what Manchester United, one option you should do is to squeeze them. Don't let them play. Don't let Man City play. Even if you are playing with Arsenal, don't let them play. Make them uncomfortable. Let's go. Make high line. But when you play high line, as you see, I've put Euro there, play the speed defenders. I think as we've got Euro in heaven, don't mind the edge. But it's about, if you play high line, it means you should be willing to run back. So if you put defenders which are not speedy, it's going to be what? A big problem. Then, the last option, the social approach. The social approach. Defensive. Play on a low block. Defense like 5-1, then 4 defenders. Like what I've done there. Low block. Make it difficult for the opposite team to score a goal. Make it difficult for the opposite team to create a goal. Defensive. But the aim of this defensive approach, the moment you regain that ball, counter-attack, let's go. So it means either Ahmad, Mbeumo, Sesko, Kuna, whoever will be in the attacking line should be, the moment you get the ball, you're going. Quick counter-attacking. If you remember how we played when we were with the Solskjaer, quick counter-attack. The moment you regain the ball, let's go. No time for dilly-dallying, no time for playing, no time for this slow passing. I can tell you, if Manchester United can practice these things which I've said consistently, and us as fans, pundits, whoever talks about Manchester United, we support the team, I can tell you we will produce results. Who thinks what I'm saying is madness? Who thinks that I didn't make a point? Who else have got an extra tactic which you think that I've left out? Drop a comment. Make this video viral. We don't care about the sound, the volume. I'm still growing. This is a small channel. But what I say here, it makes sense. What I say here, it will help someone. Share this video. Comment, like, United Uncle. Thank you.